I've been thinking and having conversations with the true source, and many of you know I would say most of the time, don't prepare or know what I'm going to talk about to the last minute. However, this started about a day or two before. And that is, I wanted to talk to each one of you about the box of life you live in. It's a box, whether it's rectangular or square, you're in a box. And this box has walls. And these walls are very high. And each wall represents the past, the present, the future, and your hopes and dreams. Doesn't make a difference whether it's west, north, south, or whatever it may be. But these are the walls. And the walls are the frame of your life. And the frame of your life is your experiences. And your experiences are your fears and doubts and hopes and dreams and desires. So in this box, you start to move forward and you run into the wall of fear. Or then you move to the other wall of hope. And then you run into the other wall of inadequacy or low self-worth, self-love, self-esteem. And each time you bump into these walls, you take a step or two forward, and then you go backward. Step or two forward, and backward. And it's like a boomerang, or like a rubber band, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. You're on a trampoline, up and down, up and down, up and down, and that's how your emotions are. And these walls, this box, is a trap created by your ego to control and manipulate you. And it represents a reality to you. And this reality is what keeps you from reaching your full potential. And then you stop to think, well, how come other people can do something and I can't? And the question is, well, why? How come they can and I can't? Maybe it's not the right path. Give me a sign. Maybe there's something I'm doing that's holding me back or shooting myself in the foot. Give me a sign. But what I want all of you to think of, and you will receive a sign. You know my classic story, should I move from Boston to here and a car cut me off that had Washington State driver's plates on them, license plates. And I took it at face value. Yep, I'm supposed to go here. I didn't analyze, well, I got cut off in traffic, so maybe I shouldn't be here. In retrospect, I took it at face value. Here I am talking to you. I might not be talking to you this day had I not gone through a series of changes. And that's what your life path is all about. It's overcoming those walls and blocks to move forward. Now, the blocks are not insurmountable. They're not 100 feet tall. They're an emotional block that you have led power to that keeps you tied to your fear or doubt or an inadequacy. And the minute you go in to analyze it, that's the ego. I want proof, I want proof, I want proof, I want proof. Sometimes you have to take the leap forward. Driving 3,000 miles here, no job, no idea what I was going to do, not even where I was going to live. But I took the leap of faith. And everything worked out. And I assure you I was not homeless. And I ate pretty well. And I had a roof over my head. And different jobs appeared. And I was able to accomplish a great deal. And that's because I took the leap of faith. And just let True Inner Source guide me. And trusted that it would all work out. And it did. But in your life, there are thousands of people that you know, or hundreds, or a small handful, that did the same thing. That removed themselves from the box of fear and doubt, of insecurity, and went ahead. Because what you think you create, you experience. Therefore, if you're thinking about doubt or fear, you're going to create it. The universe goes, well, you want to experience this, you created it, go ahead. And you know, I talk about the walls, and I just happened to see an article It was one of the walls that President Trump had built along Mexico, and someone had sawed a hole in it and went through the wall to get over to the U.S. And I kind of chuckled, because they wouldn't allow anything stopping them from pursuing their dream. And that's what I'm saying to you. There's nothing holding you back from pursuing your dream, except your fears, your doubts, your egos, your feelings of unworthiness, of inadequacy. Because nothing is denied to you in anything you so desire to experience, except your fears, your doubts, and inadequacies. We all came here to learn about self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem. Me too. We all came here. And every day I'm learning that. And every day I'm getting more positive. And every day I'm learning more and more about the human experience. And every day, as I watch people, I learn. Look around you and see how people are fearless or they're frightened. Or they say want to, but they don't. When a person says to me, I can't, I tell them now, you won't, you won't, you won't. And that is the truth. You won't, you won't, you won't. I've met so many people in my life that had incurable cancer, and 6 months later they're still alive, and 10 years later they're still alive with no cancer. I've met people who grew up in the poorest of slums and became doctors and lawyers and successful people because they said, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks, his father grew up telling him, yes, you can. And why not you? Why not you? Why not you? And that's what he tells the team. Why not you? Why not you? Why not you? What words of wisdom? What he was teaching his son was that he can achieve anything he so desires. And you are unlimited, and you can achieve anything you so desire. If you have the passion for love and joy and success in your life, and willing to shed the chains that makes you fearful, then you will achieve a great deal. When you move forward, never look backwards. You know, there's the story I told a while back of an elephant. And when the elephant is a baby, they drive this huge stake in the ground and put a rope around its foot. And it tugs and tugs and can't loosen it. Now you have an elephant that's 3 or 4 tons, which has a rope around its foot with a stake just driven in the ground. And it won't even try to move because it remembers when it was a baby, couldn't move the stake. So now that I'm 3 or 4 tons and I'm 20 years old, I can't move the stake. That's the illusion. That's the illusion people live in, that they cannot succeed. One of the things that always marvels me is when you have pavement. And all of a sudden one day you look on the pavement and there's several blades of grass growing through this cement pavement. You go, how the heck did that happen? And you look, there's a finite little crack. Somehow the seed got there and it grew up in the crack in this pavement and this cement sidewalk or road because it knows no limitations. It doesn't think, well, that's a piece of cement, I can't get through it. Oh, there's a crack, I'm going up there, I can grow and blossom. Yep, I can do it. And that's what it does. And that's you. You be that blade of grass that can achieve and do anything. You be that soul that is unlimited. You be that person, that soul, that energy to experience the life the way you so desire, to make a difference. Because you see, whatever you achieve in this lifetime, you affect 3 generations in the past that have had the blocks that you've overcome, and 3 in the future. That's how powerful you are. You are the roadmap. You are the example that can change your family 3 generations in the past and 3 in the future. See, because they chose you to make the changes, to be the role model, and you are their role model. Whether it's family, friends, or relatives, I know that with the true source, many of my relatives have changed. I know with people I've worked with, they've changed. And they in turn, they change. And they in turn, they change. The domino theory. And this is what I want you to think about. Get out of that box. Get out of the box of doubts and fears and limitations. It serves only one purpose. That is to put you in jail so that you don't move forward, which is initiated by your ego, who is afraid of losing control and not letting you be unlimited. Think about this in the days to come. For there's no one more powerful in your life than you. Because you are unlimited. You are an aspect and part of the true source. And there are no limitations except whatever you have decided to conjure up, to make up, to create this false illusion. And each night when you go to sleep, look in that mirror and say 3 times your name. So I go, Michael, you are unlimited. And watch what happens in 90 days, because you are unlimited.